I shouldn't be alive. I wasn't just casually intertwined with destruction. I had bought a house and had 3 kids with destruction. I bought a black picket fence there on a 25% interest repayments that I couldn't service. I'm a well-respected pharmacist driving 120 miles per hour on the freeway under the influence of alcohol with different illicit drugs in my system heading up to work. The medication regimen I had was something out of a Hunter S. Thompson novel. At 7:50 a.m. I snort 10 milligrams of dexamphetamine and 5 milligrams of diazepam to take the edge off. At 8 a.m. I head to work on the freeway taking 35 milligrams of OxyContin, and at 8:30 a.m. I decide to take 100 milligrams of Palexia, which is a potent opiate, and another 5 milligrams of OxyContin just to keep the good times rolling. Getting impatient, I step up the accelerator and hit 120 miles per hour to get a fix of adrenaline and not be late for work. At 8:50 a.m. I arrive at work and do 2 lines of 50 milligrams tramadol off the passenger seat and feel a warm, electric tingling, accompanied by the awareness that my speech was slurred. To combat this, I took 54 milligrams of methylphenidate brand name Concerta to hide the signs that I was losing functional control of my facial muscles. At 11 a.m. I take another 100 milligrams of Palexia, and at 12 p.m. I take 400 micrograms of buprenorphine, which is a potent opiate, and by 1 p.m. I realize I'm too drowsy and I take 20 milligrams of Ritalin. My fellow work colleagues notice that my face looks like it's been in the microwave, and I realize it's the stimulants and opiates combating for supremacy. I tell them I had a big night and I am hungover, which calms suspicions. This type of behavior has been going on for 5 months, and the last 2 months has led me to stepping up my addiction to injecting morphine and buprenorphine. I just needed escape from my depression. I had tried every medication and procedures you can name: transmagnetic stimulation, Zoloft, Loven, Effexa, Pristiq, Cymbalta, the list goes on and on. I was ready to end it all. That's when my psychiatrist realized the seriousness of my depression and mentioned an anesthetic that is used for treatment-resistant depression. I, having nothing to lose and everything to gain, and I consented. Depression had become my constant companion, a relentless shadow that followed me everywhere. It cast a long shadow over my life, and traditional treatments offered little relief. Medications and therapy sessions seemed to blur together, each one failing to lift the heavy fog. Hope dwindled with each passing day as I watched the calendar pages flip by, each one a reminder of my ongoing struggle. Then I discovered ketamine therapy, a new approach for treatment-resistant depression. It was like a beacon of light in my darkest hour. Ketamine, traditionally used as an anesthetic, was showing promise in rapidly alleviating severe depressive symptoms. The idea that something could work so quickly was both exciting and terrifying. Intrigued and desperate for a solution, I decided to embark on this unconventional journey. I spent hours researching, reading testimonials, and consulting with medical professionals. The thought of a drug known for its psychedelic effects treating my depression seemed paradoxical. It was a leap of faith, but one I was willing to take. Yet the potential for relief outweighed my apprehension. With a mix of hope and fear, I took a deep breath and decided to give ketamine therapy a chance. The day of the treatment arrived, a mixture of anxiety and anticipation churning within me. I had read so much about the procedure, yet the unknown always brings a certain level of unease. The clinic was calm and inviting, designed to ease the nerves of patients like myself. Soft music played in the background, and the gentle hum of conversation added to the soothing atmosphere. I settled into a comfortable recliner, a comforting weight settling upon me. The chair was plush and supportive, making it easy to relax and prepare mentally for the procedure ahead. A nurse gently placed an IV line in my arm, explaining that it would deliver the ketamine and other medications. Her calm demeanor and clear explanations helped to alleviate some of my anxiety. To combat potential nausea, a common side effect, I was given Zofran. The nurse assured me that this would help keep me comfortable throughout the treatment. Additionally, they administered a medication to stabilize my blood pressure, ensuring a safe experience. The thoroughness of the medical team gave me confidence that I was in good hands. As the ketamine entered my bloodstream, a wave of warmth spread through my entire body. The world around me began to shift and distort, familiar shapes melting into abstract patterns. Time lost all meaning as past, present, and future converged into a singular experience. I was no longer bound by the constraints of linear thought, my consciousness expanding into uncharted territories. Memories, both joyous and painful, flickered before my eyes, interwoven with visions of a future yet to be written. Before I could forget, I started to document my experience of ketamine by writing what I witnessed onto my phone. The following is what I experienced. It felt like your consciousness breaks down, and that the past, present, and future are merged into one collective stream of consciousness. Your present wants to ground you to here, but then you split into the world of where I went, which was the buzz of midazolam, or general anesthetic, mixed into the realization that I felt very calm, and the first image was a marshmallow playing on repeat, exploding and renewing itself, refolding itself. Then words appear which seem strange. Then the present comes for you. You are here, you are in a mental hospital. You open your eyes and see through the slit in your mask that you're in a hospital. Then you get safety from that. A sense of holding on to the last pole that pins you to the world of the real, the tangible. You think of the drug, the concept of drug, the concept of receptors, the concept of concept. Where does language start? Am I dead? Do I still have control of my body? My teeth feel numbed. I swallow on purpose and feel the sensations of my throat opening and closing like never before, and then, bam, close the eyes, and I'm in a corridor all the while. Classical music is playing in my headphones, no words. And the corridor is the worst things that have happened in life. The idea of life, the understanding that it all could end. And is this what I feel when I die? Am I dying right now? Then you hear patients coughing, and it pierces through the corridor visualization and then merges all at once. You have a play with beginning, middle, and end being played over each other simultaneously. But one more pronounced, the present is pushed down, and more of the memories and associations you have start playing with them, but you have this distance from everything. At times, you're submerged in the rush of water of the stream of consciousness, and you're not sure if you like it as it's foreign. But the best part was having this space, a distance from yourself, a depersonalization as they call it, where you are no longer in your body with its idea of self and narrative of your life that you used to gave. You are examining and realizing that it doesn't have to be like this, and that this escape from the present is a valuable moment. Then I voluntarily pushed myself about the idea of evil and bad things, and it didn't entertain them. You can't really push things into its way, it just happens. And I kept thinking, I hope I can map this onto my hippocampus, memory, center of the brain. What I'm experiencing right now, that I am not quite alive, not quite dead, a sort of paralyzed feeling, but not scary. And the mind being taken on a trip, that's the best way I can explain it. Slowly I began to return, the world regaining its familiar form. The colors seemed more vibrant, the sounds clearer, and the air felt fresher. It was as if I was experiencing everything for the first time. The experience left me with a profound sense of calm and clarity, a stark contrast to the oppressive weight of depression that had burdened me for so long. I felt a lightness in my heart and a newfound sense of hope that I hadn't felt in years. It was as if the ketamine had hit a reset button in my brain, allowing me to see the world and myself with fresh eyes. I could finally appreciate the beauty around me and within me, something that had been obscured by the fog of my mental struggles. While the effects of the ketamine were temporary, the insights I gained during the experience continued to resonate within me. They served as a reminder that there is always a possibility for change, and that even in the darkest times, there is a glimmer of light waiting to be discovered. I carried this levity in mood throughout the weeks and months, and then began the hard work of maintaining abstinence from the hellish life I had created for myself. 3 months later, I'm sharing this story as to the promise of what ketamine can do for treatment-resistant depression. I left my career and begun a new path training as psychologist specializing in addiction. I hope my story can provide you with the insights into what ketamine do for you.